You are not alone in this world, but you are responsible for the company you keep. Every soul that enters your life carries energy. Some bring light, some bring storms, and some, disguised in the costume of companionship, bring nothing but shadows. So let's start here. You are not obligated to sit at tables that feed your doubt. You are not required to open your door to anyone who knocks with flattery in one hand and a dagger in the other. Be selective with relationships, not because you are arrogant, but because you are aware. A king does not open the gates of his kingdom to every wandering voice. A queen does not share her crown with jesters. In the story of your life, not everyone is meant to be a main character. Some are lessons. Some are echoes. And some are tests disguised as love. Let them test you. But do not let them change you. Because your energy is your empire. Your time is your treasure. Your heart is not a public park, it is a temple. And temples are sacred. There is power in being alone with your standards rather than surrounded by those who dilute them. Because company without alignment is just noise. Company without integrity is just a crowd. And company without respect is just a prison. History tells us this truth again and again. Lincoln did not rise among echoes. He rose through isolation and clarity. Tesla died poor, but untouched by mediocrity. He chose solitude over sabotage, vision over validation. You are not being harsh when you distance yourself from the drama. You are being wise. You do not need everyone to like you. You need to like who you become around the people you choose. When you walk into a room, feel the energy, not the words. Does your soul contract or expand? Do you find yourself shrinking just to fit? If so, you are in the wrong room. True allies do not ask you to shrink. True friends don't compete with your light, they reflect it. And love, real love, is never transactional. It doesn't keep score. It doesn't demand a sacrifice of self. So ask yourself, who feeds your fire? Who waters your growth? Who sees your scars and stays? Keep those people. But for the rest, the leeches, the critics, the ones who mock your dreams in the name of being real, let them go. No grand exit. No dramatic goodbye. Just a quiet, steady walk back into your own lane. Because elevation requires separation. You cannot fly with anchors tied to your wings. You cannot hear your calling over the static of envy. And you cannot build your future in a room filled with people stuck in the past. Your circle is your mirror. Look around. Do they reflect power? Do they reflect vision? Do they challenge you to rise? If not, it's time to clean the mirror. Be ruthless with your standards, gentle with your soul, and wise with your associations. Not all shared histories are meant for shared destinies. Just because you started with someone doesn't mean you finish with them. And that's not disloyalty. That's growth. Loyalty is not staying in the same place. Loyalty is wanting to see each other win, even if that means parting ways. Thomas Edison was surrounded by doubters until he wasn't life. Carnegie had mentors who told him he was dreaming too big until he proved them small. You are not required to dim to make others comfortable. You are not required to explain your light to those who live in shadows. You are required to protect your gift. Because the wrong crowd won't just slow your progress, they will reverse it. They will fill your head with limits. They will water your doubt, not your roots. They will call your confidence arrogance. And if you let them, they will turn you against yourself. That's the real danger. So let this be your shield. Choose proximity like you choose your thoughts, with precision and purpose. Because what surrounds you shapes you. What you tolerate teaches others how to treat you. And who you walk with determines where you end up. So walk with giants. Walk with warriors. Walk with those who challenge your complacency and ignite your courage. And if you can't find them, walk alone. Because alone with your integrity is better than surrounded by those who poison it. You will find your tribe when you refuse to settle for the wrong one. You will find your people when you stop trying to save the ones who drain you. And most of all, you will find yourself. And that, above all, is the relationship that changes everything. The world will try to sell you belonging in exchange for your voice. Don't buy it. The world will try to sell you love in exchange for your worth. Reject it. You were not made to be half of anything. You were not made to dilute, to dissolve, or to disappear. You were made to rise. So rise wisely. Rise deliberately. And rise only with those who rise with you. Because the climb is steep. The wind is strong, and not everyone who starts the journey is meant to reach the summit. And that is not your burden. That is your freedom. Choose it. And when you reach that summit, look around. Not for the crowd, but for the few, the loyal, the luminous, the unwavering. The ones who carried bricks when the world threw stones. The ones who clapped when no one else believed. The ones who stayed silent not because they didn't care, but because they knew when to listen. Those are your people. Protect them. Honor them. Build legacies with them. Because in the end, it's not the crowd that defines your life. It's the company you keep. So be selective. Be fierce. Be free. And never again apologize for walking away from what was never meant to walk beside you. Because your path is sacred. And so are you.